talked about the subduing of nature. The point was to subdue nature is not necessarily to dominate it or even to extract instrumental value out of it, but to put everything in its proper place, right? To subdue it, to arrange it in the kind of cognitive hierarchy and perceptual hierarchy that you characterized as part of this mountain-like structure.
And so I think the way for me to understand it is that on the one hand, there's a sense in which all things, God is beyond all, and that God is, like you said, outside, let's say, or above all things. But there's also a manner in which, to the extent that we are connected to God, is the extent to which we actually exist, right? That is how we exist. We exist to the extent that we are, that is our source. And so this is this idea of the hierarchy of beings, you could say, which is the notion that nothing has self-existence. And this is what ultimately, when God says his name, and this is how many of the church fathers interpret it, that nothing has self-existence except God. God is the only one who self-exists. Everything else, once you think it self-exists, then it ceases to exist. It ceases to have any value. And it only has value to the extent in which it participates.
Oh yeah, so is that also the Tower of Babel problem? Because
exactly.
the Tower of Babel is supposed to be independent of
it's not just the Tower of Babel, it's the Adam taking the fruit. It's the idea of pride itself, which is that pride is always trying to close yourself off and say, I've got this.